welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Marie-Josée Berard, and I'm from Montreal, Canada. I've been in the Sunshine State for 22 years. I am a very, very proud mom of a daughter and a son, and I've been with my husband for 13 years. I am the owner of Infant Massage Institute, Baby Wellness Massage, and I've been doing medical massage for 30 years, specialized in baby and pregnancy. And I'm also a CEU provider for the state of Florida. I created a baby massage program that I teach the therapist and professional. And since the pandemic, I started doing virtual baby massage. I have all my babies here, different sizes. Here you go. And here. And people don't know, but the skin really is an extension of the nervous system. So touching the skin, getting a baby, touching the skin all the time, it really equates to connecting with the brain. So the emotional, mental, and physical development of the baby depend on the quantity and quality of that touch in the first year of their life. So research showed that the IQ of the baby is higher, and when they become older, they're smarter. So we decided at Infant Massage Institute to sponsor soccer club. It's called Enter Florida FC. We're happy to sponsor the club because my daughter is a soccer player, so I wanted to help. We know that it shows that athletes do better in academically, and I'm just gonna check here, sorry. Want to make sure we're online because we did that yesterday and we were not, so we're trying to see. We're making sure we're on live. Yes, I see 3 persons. Awesome, yeah, it's working today. Okay, so we sponsor, and with sport, we know that athletes do better when you do sport. Your leadership, accountability, self-esteem, health, it's all part of it. Next, we always talk about International Day. Well, this show was it was yesterday, and we did it. I did it with my friend Selena. We did the whole 9 yards, the whole interview, and then I realized that I forgot to push a button, but we're on today. And so the Happy International Day was yesterday, and it was Happy Mother's Day. So I still want to talk about it because it's so good when you're pregnant. You get a lot of iron in it, so it lowered the risk of anemia. It also reduced the inflammation. It helped curb prenatal depression. The chickpea have a nutrient called choline, and the choline helps the brain and the nervous system to function properly. It also improves digestion, and we have also part that help for the bone development of your baby because it's rich in calcium. Just a little thing, just be careful when you're pregnant. You want to make your own, considering to make your own hummus. It's really easy. Chicken peas, tahini, water, some lemon juice, some spice, all mixed together because it's some bacteria that can develop with the one you buy in the store. So you want to make sure you make your own and you don't keep it more than 2 days. Put it in the trash and make some new one. You want to keep it fresh. It's very good for you. You just have to make sure that the bacteria is not developing it. So segment of the day for Happy Mother's Day. So if you missed it yesterday, go ahead. It's okay. It's all year long. You can go get some hummus. We also had a new segment. I want to congratulate all my new mom and my new pregnant mom. So congratulate Alicia and Danny on their baby boy who was born 2 days ago now. So congratulations on Liz. She's pregnant on her 3rd one. Rachel also her 3rd baby. Jessica, her 1st one, is always exciting. It's always exciting, every baby. But you always think that when you get other one, you know what to do. But a lot of things change. So we had the expert in breastfeeding last month, and Esther March Singleton was saying about all the new things that change all the time. So that's why I like to do that show, because we keep on what is new all the time. So today we have the special guest, Selena Rajkumar. Let me introduce her right here. She was inspired to become a midwife after knowing that her great-great-grandmother, her great-grandmother and grandmother were also midwives on their journey to Trinidad and Tobago from India in 1845. She trained in midwifery in 2010 at the International School of Midwifery in Miami, Florida, owned by Sherry Daniel. She first began her journey by completing her doula training course in 2012. She decided to advance and continue her birth education by completing her associate degree in midwifery in 2014. And also nursing education in 2016 at the International Institute of Health Care Professional in Boca Raton, Florida. She has apprenticed and assisted with many South Florida midwives in various birthing centers. She worked alongside with licensed midwife Jennifer Mitchell in 2011. Selena owned her Mother Room Doula Services LLC since 2014 and has been offering informative and empowering support for women throughout labor, birth, and beyond the postpartum period. She also had a daycare facility. Let's welcome Selena. Go. Hey.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hello again.
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing it again. We did this yesterday, but one of the buttons didn't work. So it's working today. It's recording. So we're online. And I'm very happy that you're here. I met Selena. You're welcome. I met Selena not too long ago, and I was really impressed about all the knowledge she has. And she have a really cool background too. She was born in Cold Spring, Florida, but her family come from India and then Trinidad. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, in May 1845, which is also celebrated this month on the 29th, is Indian Arrival Day.
Okay.
So my ancestors and my great-great-grandparents, they came on the boat. I would say their journey was about 3 months from India to Trinidad. And they went down to Trinidad as indentured laborers to work in the sugarcane fields. And in Trinidad, they also, took the art of midwifery with them, because I'm guessing back in those days, midwifery was more of an art. And they knew about different techniques, and it was something that was probably passed on.
Yes.
And they just learned with their hands and no real education. And really, mortality rate was less in those days, and everyone wanted a midwife. And my great-great-grandmother also worked for a doctor, and she traveled to different villages to deliver babies.
That's amazing. It's like you got this in your blood.
Yeah.
And you got the science to back it up too, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, my first question, everybody, even when I was looking for a title for the talk show tonight, I tell my boyfriend, we're going to put having a doula in your corner. That's going to help you. And it was like, what is a doula? And a lot of people don't know what is doula. So that is my first question.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about, tell me, what is a doula?
A doula is a supportive person that stays with the lady during labor, postpartum. She also gives a little bit of prenatal education as well too. She's also a non-medical support person that focuses on the emotional needs of the mom, mental and physical needs as well too. Myself as a doula, I do teach childbirth education classes along with my doula services. But these days can be a little different. A doula can be a midwife can be a doula, a nurse can be a doula can be a nurse. So doulas can be somewhat medical as well too. They're just not able to perform medical interventions for the mom. However, they can use alternative medicine. They can speak on topics of alternatives for mom and baby. They can use aromatherapy, essential oils during labor, hot and cold compress, acupuncture. They're really well versatile in speaking about breastfeeding, getting the baby to latch, using different breathing techniques and massage as well throughout the labor.
Yeah, it's awesome. If I was thinking of a doula, I was really thinking that it was just the part with the childbirth and just a little bit before, but I didn't know that it went the whole way before, after, and so that's really cool. So you describe a little bit, but can you describe a little bit more about the difference between the doula and the midwife so people know what's the difference?
Yeah, midwife is more of a medical professional. She's the one that is certified and licensed within the state of Florida to deliver the babies. And she does all prenatal care. She does the delivery and most of the postpartum visits. So as long as the delivery goes well, they can have their baby at home. They can have their baby in a birthing center. And the midwife is there for the delivery. The midwife would probably bring a birth assistant, and the mom chooses whichever doula she wants to be present at the birth for her total support.
Oh, so you would have the midwife, the birth assistant, and the doula.
Yes.
Oh, great team.
Yeah, the birth assistant can be someone who went to midwifery school or someone who took a short course as a birth assistant. And they can be a midwifery student as well. So it is a good team.
Yeah, it's good because now with COVID, people want to do more delivery at home because there's so much restriction at the hospital and the people that can be around.
Yeah, definitely. Some hospitals are still restrictive with their COVID regulations. So some doulas are not able to go into the hospital. It all depends on the doctor. It all depends on the hospital and what their standard of practice is right now during this time of the COVID.
Okay, so you would say, how can we tell the mom that they'll be safe to do it at home? This often is a way that the mom are a little scared if something happened at home, what they're gonna do.
Right. Most first-time parents are scared, or most first-time home birthers are scared. That's why I'm a big advocate on doing childbirth education classes. It really prepares them. As long as they have the knowledge and the understanding of all the different procedures and what takes place at the home birth, I believe that they can be well knowledgeable, well-rounded in that aspect. The childbirth education classes are so important. I do a 6-series class, and I go all the way from the anatomy and physiology of birth, all the way down to newborn care. So they learn a little bit about everything. So that really helps them to prepare for the actual birth, mentally and physically as well too.
And also that's the part of any emergency complications. So you already talk about it, and
Yeah, definitely. I have a class specifically on emergency complications.
so like they know if something happened, you still can go to the hospital. You know
Yes,
they
yes, definitely.
yeah. I know that you have also you use the bird pool, and you can bring it with you. That is really cool. Can you talk about the bird pool?
Yes. The birth pool has a lot of benefits. Immersing yourself in warm water, it gets your oxytocin levels going. So that can stimulate contractions as well too. It helps the mom to relax. really takes a lot of pressure off of her back. And she just feels really more relaxed, and she feels like she's unwinding, and the contractions are less painful. The partner can get in there as well too if the partner wants to. So if the client does request a birth pool, I take it to the house and set it up for them. Even if they decide that they're going to the hospital, they can labor in the birth pool for a little while before they decide to go.
That's a great way to relax and be, because of course it's when it's the first time or any time, you never know what's going to happen. So to have this to relax and is going to be a better birth by doing that. So as a
Yes.
tell all the viewer, you should do that just to relax. At least if you know, if you don't want to do the whole thing, if you're not ready, this is the first you can do. Also,
Yes.
you also do the oh yes, going back to we do not we but Selena, she does the placenta encapsulation, and I have one of my patient that she sent me an article, and it was about that they find that they have plastic in the placenta, so she didn't want to do the capsule. She's like, it's not so good. But I read the article, and it's mostly about, you know, what's coming to them, like the air, what they eat, the water. So if you be careful with all these things in your house, like I had other show in the past that wellness people help you to set up your house so it's healthier. But she was telling me about the plastic, so I told her I will ask you the question about placenta and why is good for you and the part of the plastic too, so you can explain to her.
Mm-hmm. So the placenta is really made up of a lot of nutrients, micronutrients, as well too. It is a filter. It removes waste products such as like the plastic that you were mentioning, through excretion or urination. So it is a protective barrier, a solid protective barrier that prevents any harmful substances going to the baby. So it does filter out all those different non-BPA products and stuff. So it is completely safe to take. It also has a lot of different benefits as well too. The main benefit of the placenta encapsulation is to prevent postpartum depression. If a mom already knows that she has difficulty in mood disorders, it's really beneficial for that. And they see a significant difference within the first week. There's a lot of immunological substances in the placenta as well too, so that helps the baby build its immune system. There's nutrients in there. There's HCG in there, human placenta lactogen, which helps the mom to produce a lot more milk and help her milk to come in just a little bit faster. It has all the female hormones in the placenta as well too, because let's say if the mom has a slight hemorrhage or her hormones are just really out of balance, it does contain estrogen and progesterone and oxytocin in the placenta as well. And they can also do a smoothie with a little piece of the placenta. That's really an iron supplement and energy builder for right after the birth.
Oh, that's awesome. I have a question from a guest here. She's asking, can take it help your breast milk supply?
Oh yeah, definitely. The hormone that I just mentioned, HPL, which is human placenta lactogen, that helps to increase the milk supply.
Okay, so for these pregnant woman that's preparing for that, I think you have to sign some paper first at the hospital.
Yes.
What's the process?
So she should discuss it with her doctor at least by 35, 36 weeks and make sure that it's okay with the doctor. Most doctors I know, they're okay with it. And when they do decide to go to the hospital after the birth, they usually send it down to toxicology just to take a sample and test it. And they bring it back up to the room, and you have to sign a waiver stating that they're going to take it home with them.
Okay. How long usually to share all that? Because I know you say it's good for postpartum depression. So when can the new mom get it back?
Oh, she can get it back the next day.
That's quick.
Yeah. Let's say if she gives birth in the morning, it should be finished by the afternoon. It takes about 8 hours to dry. And she should get it back the next day.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth, for your question. You also talk about childbirth classes. That's very important because everything changed all the time. So even for the parents who had other child, it's always something new. So it's always good to do it.
Yes.
But what would be the reason you would say why they should take the classes?
It just prepares them so much for anything that can happen. It prepares them in a positive way. It gives them more of a positive outlook of birth. Really, a lot of moms are scared. They're really unknown to a lot of different things. And I would say the partner as well, too. Simple little things as changing a diaper or learning CPR, or all the developmental stages of the baby is so important as well. I go through so many different things in the childbirth education class, different coping mechanisms throughout the labor, how to deal with pain management, nutrition during the pregnancy, after pregnancy, breastfeeding. That's important as well too, because the lactating mom consumes more calories than when she was pre-pregnant. I do my classes on supplements, which vitamins to take, a lot of alternative medicine for the mom and baby as well, because you don't want to result to taking some type of medication right away that could be harmful.
And also you talk about the stage of labor for.
Yeah, I talk about all the stages of labor, all the different ways to deal with pain during those stages and how to cope. I also teach the partner and the mom to do exercises like a squat or dance or movement, or just simple hand massage, back massage, neck massage. It can make so much of a difference.
Yes. And also because I know a lot of mom that are in other states, and you can do it virtual now.
Virtual, yes.
Yeah, so for the mom, it doesn't matter if you're not in Coral Spring or South Florida. You can call Selena and you can do the class virtual. So that's really cool. What would be the best advice for mom you would give before going to the hospital or doing the birth?
Ask your midwife and doctor a lot of questions. Ask them as many questions as you can. Read, obtain knowledge, go to a childbirth education class, participate. Really, all the knowledge she can get will really be helpful to having a safe delivery.
Yeah, knowledge is always the best. What about when they go to the hospital, what they should bring with them?
They can bring as many things as possible. Always make sure to walk with the baby's clothes, diapers, hats, socks, swaddles. Even if it's like a sleeping swaddle, the one with the Velcro, or a regular blanket to keep them warm. I swaddle all my babies and they sleep really well. They can also bring a breast pump with them. It's not necessary, but they should start trying to establish breastfeeding in the hospital. It's really great because it does continue at home and it does build a milk supply. just getting that proper latching position for the baby.
Yes.
The mom can also walk with as many things as possible, such as like a heat compress, a cold compress, a diffuser with essential oils if she doesn't have a doula, a washcloth so that maybe the birth partner can run to the sink and heat it up really quick. That can take a lot of pressure off of her mind as well too.
And yesterday you talked about the pad sickle.
Yes, the pad sickle is like an overnight pad. It's the long ones. She can prepare it with some witch hazel, aloe vera, lavender essential oil. It really helps for perineal swelling.
Mm-hmm.
And she can have that prepared in the freezer. You can put it in a Ziploc bag and you can take it to the hospital with you.
Yeah, I wish I knew about that.
Yeah.
I had an episiotomy, so I was a little.
Oh yeah, it really helps with the healing process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I had that. Well, for the new mom or the mom to be, you know. Do you have anything that you would have to had about what we're talking right now? Did I forget anything? We talked
I also do postpartum doula as well, if any of the parents are interested. A postpartum doula is there with the family just to go through the 14 or 21 days with the family, help them settle in. If the mom had a lot of fluid retention, I would massage her legs with essential oils, arnica cream, arnica spray. I do sleep training with the baby. I'm there to feed the baby so that she can rest as much as possible, because resting just equals better healing.
and
I do teach.
It's hard to, often people in Florida have their family in other state, or like you, we have even family in and me in other countries. So for us, it's harder to have like our team here. So the doula is part of the team to help you relax.
Yeah, I'm there to just basically teach the parents simple tools, how to soothe the baby, how to swaddle the baby. If the baby was to ever choke or needed to perform CPR, I talk a lot about alternative medicine. Let's say the baby's congested. I use a lot of eucalyptus or lavender. You can run that in a humidifier or a diffuser. It just helps the baby to sleep well. Here in Florida, it's so hot. There's a lot of different trees, allergens. So I walk the parents through that as well too. Simple little things like diaper rash, what you can use for a diaper rash, how you can bathe the baby. I go through that with the parents as a postpartum doula.
Oh, and a thing came up in my head. Somebody that I worked today, she was telling me just to have her baby on herself, but she said that it was like a scarf, so she twisted, but then she said that her back was hurting, like she hurt her back. And I was wondering if it's a different way or a different company that do something maybe with a belt that help for your back. I don't know what they have on the market right now, but what would you recommend for?
If she's about 4 to 6 weeks postpartum and her back is still hurting her, I would recommend for you to massage her, do different massage techniques or chiropractic. She can also use a belly band. That would relieve some of her back pain. There's so many different carriers for the baby. It's not on the top of my mind right now, but there is one that goes, I can demonstrate for you.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of goes crisscross and the baby is in front. And when the baby gets a little bit older, you can have the baby on the back.
Okay.
But I know the sling that you're talking about, it sort of holds the baby this way.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. I was just wondering, I need to do some research on, you know, back pain is no good. But yeah, she's out of town, but that's what I told her, you know, that just go and take care of her back first, and then
Yes.
better for her. But I was wondering
Yeah, because the baby is going to get larger and growing at some point, and she needs to take care of the back pain first.
Yes. Yeah, and well, the baby, yeah, they do get big really quickly.
Yes.
Anything else on top of your mind? It's like, for me, when we
I do
questions start.
exercises with the parents as well too, to show them different exercises, whether it's on a birth ball, simple little things that they can do in the hospital. A lot of different exercises to help with the pelvis as well too.
Oh,
I do a lot of massage in the coccyx area, because this is what expands for the baby to come through. A lot of hip squeezes. The partner can do hip squeezes with her, and that relieves a lot of pain as well.
and you can do this much too.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, sorry. You can also do this virtual? You can show to them.
I can show them virtual as well too, yes.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Pleasure having you, and thank you so much
Yes.
for doing it again. Sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Oh yes, and your information, everything is here now. Let me put it down so everybody know how to reach you. We have the phone number, the website. Everything is set up, so that was a good thing to had a practice yesterday. What's the best way to reach you?
They can do Facebook Messenger. They can WhatsApp me by phone. Always give me a call. If I don't answer, they can leave a message. But really, they can message me through any social media.
Okay, so favorite, you everywhere.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. For the viewer that enjoyed the conversation and thinking, oh, that would be good for my friend. Well, it's recorded and it'll be posted on my Facebook page. You can share it, and anytime it's there. Next month, I will have the honor to interview Dr. Yvette Hernandez. She's an acupuncturist. We'll be talking about postnatal care and how to do the rebuilding of your body and the blood after childbirth. So it's going to be very interesting. And she went to China, so she knows a lot about herbs too, and how the stuff that can help you after childbirth. See you next month, and remember, be yourself. Everyone else is already thinking. Next month.